Hey guys, so today I want to talk about the total shoulder arthroplasty. So this is when you're going to be getting the head of your humerus replaced and your glenoid is either going to be resurfaced or replaced as well. It is important to note that your rotator cuff does have to be intact and functional. If you have any sort of like irreparable damage or anything like that, there is a thing like a hemiarthroplasty or another type of replacement or procedure that they do. And I chose to do this procedure because a few years ago I had a labrum repair of my own. And I kind of remember going through everything and chores and tasks like putting a shirt on was a real big challenge. I initially wanted to do having to put your hair up, but there's actually just no way that you can put your hair up with one hand. I've tried. I remember every day before class I'd have to run up to my fiance's apartment and have her put my hair up. So, note to self, don't have long hair if you're getting any sort of shoulder surgery. But, so I remember kind of like the day after my procedure and going along with this one as well, the protocols are kind of no active range of motion whatsoever, like on your own. No, oh, let me go grab the can of soup up top or anything like that. You're not going to be wanting to do any sort of like flexion of your shoulder, external rotation, anything like that. It's going to be more focusing on active exercises at like the elbow, wrist, and hand. I remember with my sling, I had like a little rubber ball, and my surgeon would be like, I just want you squeezing this thing like all day long. Because then that way you're still working this and you're not getting any sort of atrophy in like this type of area or anything like that. Because I remember when you do start to get your strength back, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't even do anything. And but so I wanted to go over doing putting a shirt on as well. A couple of you guys have done the one where you have your arm on like a surface. I think that's awesome. I wish I kind of knew that one. But I remember kind of right after your surgery and going along with the total shoulder, they're going to want you doing like passive exercises. So I remember pendulums were really good, and I remember they felt awesome, so I would always do them. So you're kind of just going back and forth, left and right, counterclockwise, clockwise. And from here, this is where they told me how I could put on a shirt. I thought this was helpful because if you're right out of the shower, you don't have your sling on, it's a lot easier to kind of just bend over and do this rather than go find somewhere to sit down and do that. Sorry, I don't know why I'm cutting my head off here. But so I do recommend, though, this is probably better for more of like a younger patient population. If it's an older population, I would suggest doing the sitting down or making sure that you have a surface next to you, might you need it. But so, when you're usually putting the shirt on, you don't even think twice about it. You got it up here, you're sticking one arm through usually, just swinging around, nice and easy, you get the picture. But so with doing this, kind of, passively and not doing any sort of flexion or extension, anything with your arm, you kind of just want to be in that pendulum position. And what you're going to do is you just grab the collar by the sleeve you want to put in, and you're just going to leave your arm hanging there. Just act like it's not even your own arm. And you're just going to leave it hanging, not doing anything active with it. You're letting your left arm, or your arm that's good, I should say, do all the work. Hopefully you can still put your good hand behind your shoulder. But you just want to leave it there, hanging there, and you can do all the work with your good hand. And there you go. You have your shirt on. I remember it's a lot better to be able to wear a shirt like this because it does get a little hard if it's like a t-shirt. This type of, I think doing your hand on a surface would be a lot easier for a t-shirt. But it works both ways. And then same thing, getting it off, you just want to leave your arm hanging there. You really want to be careful that you're not doing any sort of active flexion, extension, external rotation, abduction, anything in your shoulder. So this is what I came up with, guys. I'm interested to hear what you guys think of it. Please let me know, and I look forward to reading your guys' comments. Thanks.